Hello, my name is Akimat. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm starting on a sad note. A new minister, a woman, beautiful, 43 years old, Minister for Arts, Culture and Creative Economy. Hannatu Musawa is in the news for the wrong reasons. Again, this is the second woman in a few years ago. It was Kemi Adioshun, now it's Hannatu. And I just want us to draw the lessons from this woman. The lessons that there is, because we don't know where this story is going. This was how Kemi Adioshun started in 2018, I believe, and she had to resign for the sake of that administration, for the integrity of the government of the day, for her own personal integrity. She had to resign, and I don't know where this is going. Some people backed Kemi Adioshun then because she had foreign education, and that was a case of forgery. But it's the same thing, NYSC certificate. You know, we Nigerians, we are very, very emotional about those papers. The BSc, the MSc, the PhD, and then that NYSC certificate. We are very emotional about it. Those certificates, it has broken the chain of poverty for a lot of us, because you went to school, because you served, you did that 1 year. It's not the most comfortable 1 year. Those 52 weeks that you're going for parade, you'll be in platoon days, you'll be doing all those matches, all those drills with. So you do that one for a month, then you go to you are posted somewhere. In my own time, you're posted somewhere, you go there, they may accept you, they may reject you. So you go through all of that. Every week you are going for your CD, you do community development, all those. So we are very emotional when it comes to that NYC. Every public official has to go through it. If you are found wanting, and this woman is found wanting. She went to University of Buckingham, that's university in the UK, very expensive. You do like 2 years instead of a 3-year. Normal university degree in the UK is 3 years. But that Buckingham, I've been on their site, I've seen their prospectus in the past. 2 years. I think they're on for about 45 weeks in a year. So you get your degree in 2 years, but you pay. It's a private university. You pay so much money. And as an international student, you even pay more. So that's the university she graduated from Red Law. Then she went to University of Cardiff in Wales. She did legal aspect of marine studies. Then she went to University of Aberdeen. She did oil and gas law. So she's well educated. Came back to the country, was posted to Ebonyi State. I understand maybe she did the orientation exercise. Then she was posted to Ministry of Justice in Abakaliki. So she was there for like a few weeks. Some people are saying a few months. Then she left. The word is that she absconded. Then apparently she went to Kaduna, and she was part of this was 2001, some people are saying 2002. But the reports I'm having is that she started service 2002 September. So she was supposed to finish 2003 September or thereabout. So but by 2003 September, she was a lawyer for Buhari. She was in the legal team. Those people that, Buhari was wanted to be president 2003, 2007, 2011. Before Buhari got it in 2015. So she was in the legal team. So she's been involved with politicians and politics, advocacy. She's been doing all those stuff. She had a column in Daily Trust. She writes articles on empowerment, on good governance. There was a time she was in the cable. She was a columnist too. She writes articles, beautiful articles. There was even a time I personally, Akimat, I contacted her that I'm looking for a group of women that can write for a website. That if she doesn't mind, can I use her articles for my women website? And she was like, or can she write for me personally, for that women's website, women that are just doing different things in the society, that I wanted all like a website where all women, all the writers will be women. I wrote to her in, I think 2014, 2015, personally, and she actually replied. She said that she cannot write me an article personally, but if I see an article that I may want to use for my website, that I should use, but acknowledge it, I should let her know anytime I wanted to use her article. So I said, okay, fine. I don't think I ever really got around to writing, to using an article on that website. And so I ran that website for some time. It was successful. It was a successful women's website. I never used the article. I don't think I ever used it. I was just writing. Then I got some other people to write. Then after some time, I just got tired of that website and I closed it down. But at least it was impactful. I think it even won Blog of the Year at a point. That website was all women. I contacted her. She replied. I can't find that email, but it's somewhere in mine. So, Musawa now has been, she said that she redeployed to Kaduna and she was working with the company in Kaduna. But the record is showing that she just absconded. People get tired of that youth service. Some people don't even want to do it. They don't even turn up. They are deployed, but they don't even go. They just say, see, I'm never going to work with anybody. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm not good for this youth service. Now that there's even more insecurity, some people just don't go for that youth service. I'm not going. But as at 2001, we didn't have this kind of insecurity problems. People went for youth service. But she went and left it. So the issue now is that the law says if you abscond, if you don't even do it, there's 2 years of jail time. And what we are learning is that when she now discovers that, when you're growing in life, you now start discovering that I need this certificate. Before I can become anything in this country, I need to have this NYSC certificate. So she wrote to the NYSC director at a point that she wanted that maybe her house got burnt and then the certificates got burnt. So when they check their records, they now discover that which certificate your certificate is with us. You absconded. You didn't finish your youth service. How can the certificate in our custody get burnt in your house? So that did not fly. Then I understand that when Sunday Dare became the minister, Hannatu Musawa tried again to get that certificate. She wrote to him to help. But the law about that NYSC is so strict that you need to complete that NYSC. You absconded from Abakaliki. You went to Kaduna. It's as if she did not do things properly in that Kaduna. She did not go to tidy. She did not redeploy properly. Because as of 2001, 2002, 2003, you can redeploy. You can redeploy to Lagos. You can redeploy to Abuja. A lot of people did that during our own time. Now it's harder to redeploy. But then, 20 years ago, you could. If you have a compelling reason to redeploy, you do. I redeployed from Lagos to Delta State because I had something in Delta State and they allowed me to redeploy. If you can give a cogent reason why you want to redeploy, you are allowed to then. Now ahead is almost impossible. Once you're posted. So since then she's been trying to get that certificate, but she has been unfortunate. They wanted her. You have to complete that youth service, and that's a lesson to all of us. You never know where you'll be in another 10, 20 years time. You never know. So what she could have done, and she was even posted to the Ministry of Justice in Abakaliki, she could have concluded that assignment. And she'll have her peace and her reign today as a minister. Another thing I'm going to point out, when she could not present that certificate during the screening points, at that point, during that time when they were still documenting, doing their documentation process, how did she get cleared? Before you get any job in any small company now, you must show your certificates now. How did that minister get cleared? Who cleared her? Because they said during the 8 years of when Buhari became president, Buhari wanted to make her a national commissioner with PENCOM. Because of this NYSC, this woman could not be made a commissioner, national commissioner with PENCOM. But for some reasons, now she's a minister and doing her NYSC right now at age 43. Is that even allowed? I think it's time NYSC sat down and review all these issues that are coming up. They need to review the entire NYSC Act. The entire NYSC Act. If you study abroad, you could not do it. You are now age 50. Can you come back from abroad and do it at age 50? Those are the things. The Adioshons in this world that got educated, then came back to Nigeria. Could she have presented herself for youth service at a point? Can this woman be a minister, be taking a salary as a minister, and then be taking the stipend from NYSC? Is this allowed? Is this proper? So the Tinubu government, to me, there are so many qualified, it's unfortunate, there are so many qualified persons. Nigerians will keep taunting her with this thing that she's doing. Even if she collects the NYSC certificate tomorrow, there are issues. Is it not a bad precedent for people? I can just abscond, do what I like, go and do my own personal thing, then come back in another 20 years and conclude it and become a minister self. I don't think it's proper. I don't think it is right. I don't think it is fair. A lot of people were homeless during my own NYSC. They didn't have anywhere to stay. I went to the NYSC secretariat one day and I saw sponge, soap by their wall, by their office. Some people were sleeping in that office. A lot of people go through different hellish conditions just to have that certificate. Then you're coming from abroad, Ebonyi State, Ministry of Justice, and then you leave. And then you don't come back for another 10, 20 years. And then you do everything to get it. You have not been able to get it. Then at the point of your screening, you could not even mention it. And somebody screened you and patched you. And the National Assembly too, they actually asked you questions and nobody noticed this. And people are even saying that if you check all those ministers one by one, you see so many things wrong. Where are we driving at? That means you can just do anything you like, abandon national programs, and still be rewarded by being a minister. And you are in charge of culture. You are in charge of culture. Our culture, culture is our character, our behavior, our way of life. You're in charge of all those youths. What are you telling them? I don't have anything against her. I was happy that she was a minister. I don't have any person. She's well educated. She's a barrister. She passed the solicitor exams in the UK. She passed the law school here. But there was something fundamental in the beginning that she left, unfortunately. And that is a lesson to all of us. Some things are just worth, seeing through. Don't say, I beg you. And a lot of you are saying that right now. People that are supposed to serve, I beg you. You don't know whether they will say, okay, tomorrow now, maybe you say, now only you will be president of this country. Now only you, nobody. Come and be president. Then you say, no, I didn't do youth service. So some things that are just, to me, every Nigerian, even if you are Jackbuying tomorrow, every Nigerian, as long as you are a Nigerian, and you still have roots here, you have home here, your parents are from here, sacrifice that 1 year for posterity's sake. I have people that you meet you go abroad, you meet some people, they want to do it, they want to come back. They've schooled abroad, BSc, MSc, even PhD. They want to come back and do it and go back abroad because of tomorrow. But you see, meet some people, Nigerians abroad, and say, no, me, even if they give me political appointment, I will not take. I don't want. That Nigeria, I'm done. Some are like that. But if you are that one person that will say, I must have a certificate. What is 1 year? Before you know what, it is all over. So it is a lesson to all of us. To all of us that just think that, and she's a writer, advocacy. She writes on women empowerment, on doing things properly, on being straightforward, being forthright, being organized. And you cannot do this for your own self. Now look at when you've been struggling for national spotlights. Because of one paper now, you cannot, because I don't know how she's going to scale through this. Apparently MBA are supporting her, the lawyers. But even for morality, what do you want to say? I absconded. A lot of us went through it. That was around that year that I served too. I went through it. Then and then you are now a minister. How? You are teaching people the wrong things. You are saying the wrong things to the youth. Some countries take it so you can't be anything. Israel, you have to serve their national service. It's like paying your taxes. Just the way we take things lax in this country. It's like in the US, you are earning money, you are not paying taxes. It's like that's the mindset. That is your commitment to that country. That's 1 year. You can be anything you want to be afterwards. But that 1 year for your country, for service, for the nation. And then she absconded. And what kind of minister will she be? That's the question now. I liked her. I wanted to see what she could do. Creative economy, develop our Nollywood, do things for the music, for fashion, for festivals. And she looks fashionable too. I liked her already. But some fundamentals are missing. Our judgment. Every day you wake up, you are making life's decision that could affect you in future. So what is her judgment like? If she could do this, and now she is now serving at 43 years old, I don't know. So let the government look at this properly. I think the laws should be changed. There's a need to change the NYC law. There's a need to change the constitution that says that the only thing you need is to be qualified to be a member of the House of Reps before you can become a minister. And the qualification for the House of Reps is primary school certificate. We need to start looking at all these things. Primary school that my child almost has, is what you can use to become a House of Reps member. And once you can become a House of Reps member, you can become a minister. Primary school, for God's sake. And there are graduates around. So there's a need to, I think the government cannot keep on with this. The whole constitution needs to be looked at. The NYC Act and plenty other acts too. And then even the whole NYC as a scheme, do we still need that service? If we need that service, in what way? Is it the same format, or they should change there's a need to rejig. I think that's what we normally use in this country. Rejig the whole NYC as a program. Okay, if you want people to serve 1 year, the format should change. Something needs to change. There's a need to a committee, a federal government committee, to look at that NYC as a whole. Nobody wants to travel again, to anywhere. The insecurity. If you post me to Borno now, I don't know, or my child to Borno now, I may not want him to go or her to go because of the insecurity now. So there's a need to look at that whole thing. I'm appealing to the government to help us to sit down, look at the whole scheme, the whole program, everything, the laws, the fines, the sentences, everything on that on that NYC Act should be looked at properly. Then the constitution, the basic qualification needed, and experience needed to be a lawmaker, to be a minister, to be a president. We need to look at all those things. And not next year. Now. Thank you very much for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. We'll keep talking. There's a need to talk to the young girl out there that wants to abscond from NYSC for no just cause. Know that maybe tomorrow you may be a minister. Know that tomorrow maybe you may be the president, the first female president, who knows, of this country. So do things right at the right time. At the right time. She may scale through this. Hannatu Musawa may scale through this. She may not. She may go down the way Kemi Adeosun went down. But let's see what happens. Thank you very much for listening to me. Till I come your way next time. Bye-bye.